afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I am Kayode Adebayo. Osun State Governor Senator Adeleke has said his government will not relent in creating facilities to ease and enhance the economic and social life of the people of Osun State. Governor Adeleke stated this during the commissioning of Cooperative College Odiomu and Otan-Yegbaju Iresi Intercity Road Project in Boluwaduro local government area of the state as part of the activities marking his second anniversary in office. Governor's Office correspondent Oluwatobi Odunuga has the details.
And singing among the people of Otan-Yegbaju and Iresi in Boluwaduro local government area of Osun Central, Governor Adeleke commissioned the 7.5-kilometer Otan-Yegbaju Iresi Intercity Road, breaking a 44 years jinx of abandonment. The governor, who had earlier commissioned the Cooperative College Odeomu in Osun West, a project which has been abandoned for 12 years, also received at Ilesha, Osun East top leaders of the National Union of Road Transport Workers (NURTW), led by Chief Lekon Salami, into the People's Democratic Party (PDP). In a day of circular movement from around the 3 senatorial districts in the state, Governor Adeleke Odeomu said Osun's soft and hard infrastructure are his administration's focus, while at Ilesha, the governor, who welcomed the defectors with open arms, said his administration is committed to equitable development of all parts of the state.
This platform helps to build many local businesses and support the artisans and market men and women. It was in realization of the importance of the cooperative movement that our administration has injected 1 billion naira revolving loan into the cooperative movement. 500 million naira was extended to the conventional cooperatives under the Federation of Osun State Cooperative Limited. Another 500 million naira was disbursed to 371 based cooperative society. As of today, a total of 146 cooperative societies have benefited from the loan, while we have recorded 18,000 individual beneficiaries from the world-based cooperatives.
Accompanied by top government functionaries and party officials, including Yeyelu Amotukwe Adeleke Soni and Honorable Sunday Bisi, Governor Adeleke said his team is pushing ahead with all-round development of Osun State despite attempted blackmail by the opposition, which is promoting ethnic division among the people. Speaking to the jubilant crowd at Otan-Yegbaju, Governor Adeleke highlighted the importance of the 7.5-kilometer road project, which includes 3 kilometers of Iresi Township roads and the 4.5-kilometer stretch connecting Otan-Yegbaju and Iresi, saying his administration has delivered on its promises to ensure productive connectivity among the people. Highlights of the ceremonies were the commissioning of Cooperative College Odeomu named Isiaka Adetunji Adeleke Cooperative College Odeomu and the commissioning of the Otan-Yegbaju Iresi Intercity Road, among others. It has been Oluwa Tobiloba Odunuga reporting.
The Chief Executive Officer of Bamanga Jada Oil and Gas Free Zone Authorities Liberty says President Bola Tinubu's initiative on alternative energy source has attracted over $1 billion in direct foreign investment to the country in the last 17 months. Jada disclosed this at a sensitization program on CNG infrastructural development at the oil and gas free zones in Port Harcourt. This was just as key stakeholders in the transportation, environmental, and oil and gas sectors have said the compressed natural gas initiative of President Tinubu is one of the major drivers of industrialization. Speaking at the event, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, said the initiative remained one of the bold reforms of the president. The sensitization tagged Driving Sustainable Transportation, Accelerating CNG Adoption was organized by Portland Gas in collaboration with the Oil and Gas Free Zone Authority. The federal government has declared that the Nigeria's oil production, including condensates, increased by 9.9% to 1.69 million barrels per day in November 2024, up from 1.538 million barrels per day recorded in October this year. According to the latest data released by Nigeria Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, an agency of the federal government, liquid crude oil production rose by 11.42%, reaching 1.48 million barrels per day in November compared to 1.33 million barrels per day in October. However, this figure remains below the production quota allocated to Nigeria by the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. Conversely, condensate oil production exempt from OPEC's quota declined slightly by 0.01% in November, dropping to 204,828 barrels per day from 204,806 barrels per day in October. The data highlights the ongoing challenges in meeting national production targets while underscoring recent efforts to boost output in the upstream sector. Commenting on Nigeria's quota, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Adeleke Okobiri, said the resolution of OPEC to extend Nigeria's oil production quota to 1.5 million barrels per day is in line with the country's output target. Information and National Orientation Minister Mohammed Idris has said that funds saved from the storage of subsidy payments are being used to execute high-impact projects and schemes by the Tinubu administration. He spoke at the 2024 annual conference of the International Press Institute with the theme, Democracy, Media Freedom, and the Imperative of Protecting the Nigerian Civic Space in Abuja. The projects and schemes, according to Idris, are student loans, physical and digital infrastructure, low-cost consumer credit, agricultural production, and targeted social investment. He shed light on the proposed tax reform, media freedom and protection of Nigeria's civic space, energy transition, and the judiciary being championed by President Bola Tinubu, insisting that Nigeria is on the verge of fundamental economic reform anchored on the renewed hope agenda. Idris explained that the tax reform initiative was envisioned to simplify Nigeria's existing tax regimes and make compliance easier, while also reducing tax burden on the most vulnerable Nigerians. Wholesale gas producing companies have abruptly stopped the supply of natural gas to power generation companies for electricity production over the non-payment of debts accrued from previous supplies. The Chief Executive Officer of the Association of Power Generation Companies, Dr. Joy Ogali, disclosed the latest development in an interview with newsmen, stressing that the gas-producing companies have formally notified all GenCos of the suspension of natural gas supply. The gas supply was abruptly halted after the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority reportedly instructed gas producers to suspend the delivery of natural gas to indebted GenCos until further notice, citing the escalating debt. The situation has led to a nationwide electricity blackout, severely impacting power generation across the country. Earlier this year, Minister of Power, Adeleke, disclosed that the federal government will start offsetting part of the debt it owes power generating companies and gas suppliers from April this year. The Association of Senior Staff of Banks, Insurance, and Financial Institutions has attributed the worsening cash shortage across the country to the Central Bank of Nigeria's inability to meet the cash demands of commercial banks. Speaking with newsmen, OSBC President Olusoji Oluwole highlighted the dire impact of the scarcity, particularly as the festive season approaches, with increased demand for cash for shopping and business transactions. He noted that the Apex Bank has failed to meet the cash demand of banks, while retailers profit by selling cash instead of depositing it back into the banking system. Oluwole, who maintained that banks are not in a position to force retailers to bring the cash to banks, explained how the dynamic exacerbates the scarcity of cash in automated teller machines and across bank counters, while stressing the importance of CBN providing clear statistics on cash circulation to improve distribution efficiency. He advocated for a shift towards less dependency on cash, emphasizing that a cashless economy is cheaper, safer, and more efficient for the economy. And now to sports. Nigeria's long jump star Ese Brume has set her sights on winning gold at the 2025 World Athletic Championships in Tokyo, Japan, as she becomes the first recipient of the National Sports Commission's Adopt an Athlete Training Grant Initiative. Director General of the NSC, Bukola Olopade, revealed that Brume, who holds the African record in the women's long jump at 7.17 meters, expressed a determination to claim the gold medal, despite recently surviving a car accident. Brume, 28, has shown steady progress on the global stage, winning bronze in 2019 and silver in 2022 World Championships. The Tokyo event will mark her fourth appearance at the World Athletics Championships. If she qualifies, it will not only mark a significant milestone for Brume, but also make her the first Nigerian athlete to win a medal in 3 World Championships appearances. Her inclusion as the first beneficiary of the NSC's Adopt an Athlete initiative further underscores her importance to Nigerian athletics, as the program aimed at providing targeted support to elite athletes was activated following Brume's accident. Now on the foreign scene, Ethiopia and Somalia have agreed to hold technical talks to resolve a dispute sparked by Ethiopia's deal with Somalia's breakaway region of Somaliland, according to a statement following talks in Turkey. Turkey has been mediating between the two East African countries as tensions between them have smeared since Ethiopia signed a memorandum of understanding with Somaliland to lease land along its coastline to establish a marine force base, while Ethiopia will recognize Somaliland's independence in return. A joint declaration was reached after Turkish President Recep Erdogan met separately with Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud and Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. It says the sides agreed the talks, which will begin by February next year and conclude within 4 months, will respect Somalia's territorial integrity while recognizing potential benefits of Ethiopia's access to the sea. Still on the foreign scene, Syrian rebel forces have said they plan to close the notoriously harsh prisons run by ousted President Bashar al-Assad and hunt those involved in the killing or torture of detainees. The rebel leader Ahmed al-Sharaa, in a statement, also said he would dissolve the security forces of the former regime. Report says thousands of prisoners were freed from Sadnaya prison, referred to as a human slaughterhouse by rights groups after the collapse of the Assad government. UK-based monitoring group says Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said almost 60,000 people were tortured and killed in the prisons run by Assad. In a separate statement, al-Sharaa said pardons for those who took part in the torture or killing of prisoners were out of the question. He also said he would dissolve the former Assad regime's security forces, but did not say how quickly they could be reconstituted by rebel fighters amid concerns about Israeli strikes on the country's military infrastructure. Assad fled to Russia, where he and his family have been given asylum after rebels captured the capital, Damascus. And that ends the midday news on OSBC TV. Please join us at 3 for the state news. Good afternoon.